This was not just a weekend of bad news. Well, this felt like a country under multiple shocks, and that too all at once. First, the ground shock here, and then building exploded, and in the background, there were war drills, nuclear alarms, and global eyes watching Iran carefully. Because when events pile up like this, they are never viewed as isolation. Start with the earthquake. Early Sunday morning, southern Iran was jolted awake by 5.3 magnitude earthquake. Homes were rattled, people rushed into the streets. Fear spread across towns near the epicenter. The earthquake was strong enough to trigger panic, but Iran's authorities confirmed that there were no deaths, no major injury. And wait, across the Persian Gulf, absolute calm. The United Arab Emirates reported no tremors at all, reinforcing that the shock remained localized, geopolitically dramatic, but regionally contained. Or so it seemed, because this was only the first jolt. Just hours later, Iran was hit by something far more tragic and far more unsettling, by the way. In Bandar Abbas, a key port city on the Strait of Hormuz, an apartment building, it exploded. The result? A child lost, and at least 14 others were injured. Emergency crews rushed in, families surged through the debris. Questions were followed immediately after that. Now, coming to the reason what caused the blast, officials pointed to a residential explosion, possibly gas related, but the timing, it raised the eyebrows here. Bandar Abbas is not just any city, it sits near one of the world's most crucial choke points, the Strait of Hormuz. Nearly one-fifth of the global oil passes through that particular passage, and Iran was just days from launching high-stakes naval drill over there. Coincidence? Well, Iran says yes. Analysts say watch carefully. Then there is Strait of Hormuz. Let's go deeper into that. This narrow stretch of water, it connects the Persian Gulf to the global market. Any disruption here, it can spike oil prices overnight. Any military signal here, it is read as a message to Washington. The US Navy monitors every move. So does Gulf states, and so does the energy market. Iran knows this, and that's why drills here, they are never just exercises. They are strategic statements. And then comes the nuclear dimension. As if earthquakes and explosions, they were not enough. Satellite images now show fresh activity at Iran's nuclear facilities, specifically Natanz and Isfahan. These are not ordinary sites, if you remember. They were bombed last year by Israel and the US. And now, now construction is back. Heavy equipments, new structure, reinforced areas. And experts, they are very much worried. This is where the alarm bell rings. Experts say that this may not be very simple rebuilding. Instead, a new activity could be aimed at reconciling nuclear material. It's about protecting sensitive infrastructure underground and salvaging damage enriched capabilities. In other words, no recovery, but prevention and maybe attack. Now, that distinction that really matters because the timing is very important. All of this is happening within 24 to 48 hours. An earthquake, a deadly explosion, naval drills approaching, nuclear sites showing renewed moment. Each event alone might be manageable though, but together they paint a picture of a country under intense pressure, internally, militarily, and diplomatically. And you know how the US and the world will see this? Well, Washington is watching closely. Any Iranian move near Hormuz, it affects global shipping. Any activity at Natanz or Isfahan affects the nuclear negotiations here, and any unexplained blast raises the security concern. This is why Iran's weekend is not just Iran's problem, it is a global concern. In the end, Iran insists that it is in control, that the earthquake caused no damage, that the explosion was accidental, and that nuclear work was peaceful. But, ladies and gentlemen, in geopolitics, perception matters as much as reality. And right now, the perception, that is volatility.